Time to cook some Umbrian rural cuisine. And today we're going to cook a dish which is perfect for your vegetarian friends. And it's perfect for a hot summer when you don't feel like a carbonara with bits of bacon or pancetta as it's called in Italian. Much too hot for that. We have gone to our garden today and chosen some zucchini. Now this is the right size that we want for our carbonara alle zucchini. This one is a bit overgrown, but I'm going to snip around it, taking the edges of it, dice it very small, and then the part inside, which has gone to seeds, will be delightful food for our chickens. They'll be very happy. Speaking of our chickens, carbonara needs eggs, raw eggs. Get organic eggs if you don't have your own chickens. Be sure you get organic eggs. Generally in a carbonara, we do an egg per 2 people. Some people will use the whole egg. Some people will use just the yolks. This can vary. Some people will use a combination of both. I want to make carbonara today for 3 people. So I thought I'd use 1 egg, also yolk and white, and 1 egg, simply the yolk. They'll be mixed together and the pasta will be boiling. We're going to boil spaghetti in very hot steaming water. We drop the spaghetti in when it comes to a rolling boil, and after we've added coarse salt called sale grosso. Come in and see this. This is not fine salt. This is the kind of salt you want for cooking, especially cooking pasta, of course. How much? We should know now that the most common annotation in the Italian cookbook is QB. Quanto basta? As much as it takes. It might be a fistful, it might be half a fistful. So what we're going to do is cut up our zucchini, dice it very small, and then dice half an onion with the zucchini. Saute it briefly in a little bit of our extra virgin olive oil, and take no substitutes for extra virgin olive oil. And then as the pasta is cooking, the zucchini simmer. You may or may not want to add some black truffle. And I have some truffles here, which actually I'm not going to put in our spaghetti alla carbonara alle zucchini because these black truffles were purchased today. I was so lucky to run into Angelo, truffle hunter, when I was having coffee at Giovannino's this morning. And he'd found numerous truffles, and today is my husband Pino's birthday. So this is his birthday gift, black truffle. So let's get making now our zucchini pasta carbonara alle zucchine. Split this large zucchini down the middle, as you can see. The center is lots of pulp and seeds, and that is going to our chickens. And I'm taking off the outer border of this gigante zucchina, and then I will dice it. And this as well, and I'm going to take this because this is the nice meaty part. And the zucchini will be cut into pieces about this size. And then I'll just do this for a large zucchini, the outer border. So it's just important to have an idea of the sizes of the zucchini pieces. A small dice, okay? Set this aside and finish it shortly. I just briefly wanted to show that we're going to use half of a white onion. And so we'll do a small dice of the onion. Just small pieces. Okay. There we go. How to separate yolks from whites. Put the yolks right in here, or the whites right in here, pardon me. There we go. Yolk. And then in this one, the complete egg. Look at those yolks. That's a sign of organic eggs and free-range chickens. You can never be too critical of yolks. They have to be a deep, deep orange. Okay, so I'm just going to continue now dicing my zucchini and dicing the onion. The pasta water is boiling on the stove. And you can see it's about 2/3 full. how much salt, QB, about that, and about that. I'm going for half more. Remember the rules about draining the pasta. You save the brodo della pasta, which is the broth in which it was cooked, the hot water. Because if you want to make your sauce creamier, you will add ladlefuls of the brodo. We have our zucchini diced. I didn't even need to use all of it. And the white onion is diced. I've mixed the egg, and I'm gonna add just a touch of salt. And later I might add some pepper, but I found a wonderful surprise addition in the garden just now, zucchini flowers. They're a lovely, colorful addition to spaghetti alla carbonara con zucchini. So they are just going to be diced very small, and I will add them to the mixture. I'm probably going to delete the stems here. I will add them to the mixture when it's near cooking time. We're covering the bottom of the pan with olive oil. So you want to see this. We want the whole bottom of the pan covered. And then we'll turn it on. And we'll add the onion first, covering the bottom. And then we'll add the diced zucchini. And just a word, this maiolica, which is double-fired pottery, is from Faenza. So many different designs in the maiolica of Italy. And this maiolica plate is a favorite of ours that we bought one year in Sicily. My husband Pino is from Palermo. So this is a Sicilian design. We have a lot of maiolica in our kitchen. So we're always cooking with a wooden spoon. And right away, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. If you want to look at the amount of zucchini, for right now, I'm not going to do, let's see, half, much more than that. And then we're going to let it simmer, but as I mentioned, I've already got the water boiling. I do this, so I'm not frying. There we go. There we go. And the mixture will cook in about the time it takes to boil the spaghetti. I'll be soon adding the very small, diced, extremely small zucchini flowers. It's time to put in the spaghetti. And no better pasta than date cieco. And we do it by eye. I don't have a scale. I don't weigh my pasta. It's about a handful per person. 1, 2, and 3. And no, you don't break it. My Italian husband, Pino, would be absolutely scandalized if you broke it. It will cook very nicely. Just have a little bit of patience. The water is absorbing it. And when it's all underwater, you're going to give it a stir to make sure there's no sticking. What's the cooking time? I don't know. I'm guessing 12 minutes. I taste it to find out. When it's al dente, it is drained to the tooth. A little bit chewy. Zucchini flour for the last bit of cooking time. Italy is all about aesthetics. Food must please the eye and please the palate. Our pasta will soon be cooked. We've got it at a rolling boil. And when it's time, we'll drain it, saving aside a little bit of the brodo to add to this if needed. Right now, what I'm going to do is lower the heat. And I think what I'm going to do as well is add a little bit of the brodo. Just a little. That'll facilitate the cooking. There we go. This pasta is al dente. I can just tell by giving it a touch. There might be a myth. I heard one as a child. Italians throw it against the wall to see if it's cooked. No, they don't. More local artisan work entering in our kitchen. The beautiful hot pads are from Montefalco. where the work in textiles is known. I can already see that I'm going to add a little bit of this brodo to the zucchini to make it a little bit more creamier. And now it's time to drain. I'm going to do quickly this. 1 squirt of cold water will stop the cooking. Then I drain it. Drain it in a clean basin so that if I need any of the brodo to add, I will add it. Okay, spaghetti goes back into the pot. And the first addition is the egg yolks, to which I will add a touch of black pepper. This again is QB, as much as you like. In we go to the boiling pasta. Get the spaghetti to scrape out the egg. And we've started our zucchini carbonara off with the raw organic egg. Now we're going to add our zucchini. Let's just put it all in. It can't be too much, can it? And now I'm going to give it a nice mix. Oh, I can smell the zucchini. I don't know if it's smelling zucchini flowers, that other tinge, but it's absolutely delicious. And now we're going to add it to the serving bowl. Wonderful artisanal crafts here from Umbria. Maiolica from Deruta. And it goes, again, we're going to please the palate and please the eye. Zucchini carbonara. And then individuals can add more black pepper as they wish. And we'll soon be adding the Parmigiano. Or, I think a wonderful addition to the carbonara is a pecorino, because that's a sheep's milk cheese with a nice bite. And zucchini doesn't have a bite, of course, so the pecorino works very well. I often use a mix of Parmigiano and a mix of pecorino, which I think I'll be using today. I think I'm going to add a little sprinkle of black pepper. And then we're going to add a mixture of Parmigiano and pecorino. Sprinkle it on. Mix it in. And we're ready to serve. And buon appetito from the Assisi countryside.